Hey everyone, welcome back to Earth Turtle. Today we are continuing our tour through the Cenozoic era by looking at its second period, the Neogene. Last episode we looked at the Paleogene period. We introduced the Cenozoic era, we talked about gastropods and other invertebrates, and we looked at the beginning of mammal diversification. The Neogene period was from 23 to 2.58 million years ago. It was the second period of the Cenozoic era. During this time, India continued to push into Asia, and the Himalayas rose higher. Spain collided with France, which created the Pyrenees. Italy collided with France and Switzerland, which created the Alps. During the Neogene, the Indonesian islands formed. Towards the end of the period, the Panama Isthmus formed. This was a small landform that connected North and South America. This changed ocean currents in the Pacific and Atlantic. During this time, the Antarctic circumpolar current became firmly established. This isolated Antarctica as a cold region. There was two periods of glacial expansion, one that was 5.2 million years ago and another that was 4.8 million years ago. These two were separated by a relatively warm phase. The Neogene had lower sea levels due to more water being trapped as ice. It was not only colder during this time, but it was dry as well. Ferns, conifers, and angiosperms continued to flourish. The changing climates advanced diversification as plants needed to specialize for different temperatures. Boreal forests developed in colder climates. Grasses took advantage of the drier climate, and large grassland ecosystems became established in Australia and North America. Invertebrates were generally the same from the Paleogene period. There was sclerotinian corals, bivalves, crustaceans, insects, and gastropods. Many species adapted to colder climates. Many species from the Neogene are the same or are very closely related to modern species. Amber fossils of insects and other small organisms were common during the Neogene. Before we talk about mammals, let's talk about some other notable vertebrates. Megalodon was a shark that was around 60 feet long. It was the largest shark known to science and possibly the largest fish. It had teeth that were 6.5 inches long. At its size, it would have hunted whales or other large sea creatures. Argentavis was the largest flying bird ever, with a wingspan of 26 feet. It had a sharp beak for tearing through flesh. Let's take a look at the perissodactyls. Many Paleogene species died out and dwindled throughout the Neogene. Horses took advantage of grassland habitats. Paraceratherium was a large hornless rhino that was around 26 feet tall. Artiodactyls diversified due to being better suited for eating grass. During the Neogene, the ruminants made their first appearance. Ruminant examples are cows, sheep, deer, and giraffes. Ruminants had four-chambered stomachs that had microbes that helped digest cellulose, which was within the grass. Some could also regurgitate and rechew tough plant material. Camels originated in North America. Camels traveled over the ice land bridge, which helped them cross to Eurasia. Camels that traveled to South America eventually became llamas and alpacas. Another notable group of mammals during this time were the rodents. Rodents did well because they had generalist habits and rapid reproduction. A generalist eats many different things and easily adapts to a changing environment. Modern squirrels evolved during this time. There was also dramatic diversification in the murid rodent group. Murids include mice, rats, gerbils, and hamsters. Hominoids continue to diversify during the Neogene. Hominoids are a primate group that includes apes and humans. Apes evolved at the end of the Paleogene. They had larger brains and bodies more adapted to walking compared to other smaller primates. Other mammals that first appeared during the Neogene were the first pinnipeds, which include seals and sea lions, otters, beaver ancestors, elephant ancestors, and the first hippos. And that is it for today's episode on the Neogene Period. Join me in the next episode where we'll finish up the Cenozoic era by looking at its third period, the Quaternary. Thanks.